You don't need to learn 10 tie knots, you only need 3. And one of them is so good, you'll never need the others. Let's get ready. First knot, 4 in hand. They also call this knot the schoolboy knot. The reason they call that is because it's so casual that school children in England used to do this knot all the time. If you need to do something super fast, this is the knot for you. You can get it on your neck and tie in a matter of probably 10 seconds when you get really good. The downside is it looks pretty sloppy. This is about as good as it gets. So you want to put it around your neck so that the seams are on the inside. Both seams are in the inside. With the long side and the fat end in your right hand and the short side in your left hand. This short side will go just above your belly button. My belly button is here, short side here. So it's a matter of wrapping this long side 2 times around. 1. After the first round, pinch it right here because sometimes this underneath part crinkles or folds. You don't want it to fold. So come around, pinch it just so that it doesn't fold. Come around again. Now we're going to go this end up through the hole right here. And now we made a loop. With this end going around and up through, we made a loop. And now you're going to take this long end that's now in your left hand, and you're going to go through that hoop. Well, let's put it back in our right hand, make it easier. And now you have your knot. You know that a knot is perfectly tied when you're standing casually and it goes to the edge of your belt. A little bit casual, much more casual for professional work, definitely too casual for a wedding or a prom, but it works. Now we're going to go on to the most complicated knot that there is. This is the Eldridge knot. I don't even know how to do this one. I'm going to learn right now. All that I know is that it is backwards. It makes no sense. You're probably going to learn this and use it 2 or 3 times in your entire life, but it's still really cool. So let's learn this knot and then I'll show you how to do it. This knot is completely backwards. Wait, what? Up, it's missing a step here. Down. Oh, I'm not gonna have enough space. Let's try this again. This doesn't make any sense. This is the wrong tie to be using. Let me switch ties. I would never wear this tie with these pants and these shoes, but it's long. And this is a long tie, okay? So hopefully this works. So it's completely backwards of what I'm used to. I keep running into the same problem every time. I'm gonna do a little variation on this, okay? I'm gonna try to stretch this even longer. Normally it's like this, okay? On a normal tie. I'm gonna flip it. Just an experiment. I'm not an expert, but I think it might work. Around. How do you tighten it though? This is so complicated. Oh, I'm so close. I'm gonna run out of space. Wide half, thin half. Thin section in your right hand, wide section in your left hand. I will refer to this as thin, wide. Thin is the only one doing any movements anyway. Wide is just sitting still, staying tight. I've got the wide down to my belly button. Thin, over the top, back to the same spot it was originally. My right. Up, through, and then you're gonna pull it back through to the left. And tighten it as you go. Not ultra tight, but somewhat tight. We go around the front and back up, holding it on the right side, or left if you're mirrored. Now it's going to go back down to the left or right if you're mirroring, underneath. And this is where you have to hold your thumb, because we're going to come back through this loop right here. Around and back through, right? Back through the loop we just made. This is the time to tighten, but we're getting there. We're pretty close. Now, with your thin section, we're gonna go over and back down. So we wanna be underneath. Try to keep it straight, no folds. Back over. Look, this is complicated. Over this section. I ran out of space again. And we're keeping our thumb in this loop because we're gonna come around through. And then you pull it tight and you tuck it. Then you're gonna hide this flap. And now you have the perfect Eldridge tie. This knot actually looks awesome. The downside of this knot is it's so big and bulky, but it looks really good. The last knot I'm gonna show you is the half Windsor. This is by far the best knot, and probably the only knot that you'll ever need to learn. You can use this in any social situation. You can use this in any professional situation. You can use it to go to church. You can use it to go to weddings. You can do it for anything. And oh, by the way, it ties in less than 10 seconds. Done. Long end is the fat end. Short end is the skinny end. Short end will go right about to your belly button. Long end in your right hand, short end in your left hand. Wrap around, long end over the short, back through. Now the long end is back again in your right hand. We're gonna go up and down. Stay on the right side. Stay on the same side when you make this. Okay? This is how we look. We're gonna take this around the front. So the long end again. This is the long fat end. This is where we're making the loop that is going to give us the tie front. Long fat end across the front to the left. We're gonna go back up and through the hoop. And now down. We're gonna go down through that front that we just made. And pull it tight. This is the point when you make the shape. If you take your thumb, you can push up, grab it like this, okay? You see my thumb in the back? And I can push up like this, and I'm giving some volume to the top. So I'm pushing up and then pulling down at the same time. And I'm making it fatter at the top. Grab the left with your left hand, grab that thin end, the short end, and pull it. Now if you made this perfectly, it will go down to your belt. I did not make it perfectly. As you can see, it's about 1.5 inches short of my belt. So what does that tell me? that tells me that when I started out, I went down to my belly button. Remember? I went down to the belly button. Now when I retie this, I'm going to bring the short end up. I'm going to extend the long end a little bit, just by about that distance. So now it is above my belly button. So this is going to be different on every tie. Depending on how fat the tie is or how thin it is, how long it is, that's going to determine how far, or rather how high, your short end is on your stomach. This time I'm just going to tie it fast. Right end around the front. Right end around the front. Around. Down. Around. Up. And through. Now for the moment of truth. Perfect. Right at my belt. That's it. Those are the only 3 knots you'll ever use. The first one, teach your kids. Or if you're a kid, learn it. If you have to wear a tie to school, if you have to wear a tie to church, you can throw it on quick, easy. The second one, do you need to memorize it? No. But it's really cool. If you really want to stand out, if you want to go to a function for work or something like that, it will stand out. You will get noticed. And this knot, the half Windsor, this is the best. This is the one that's going to work for every situation. It could be a wedding and you're fine with the half Windsor. You could be going to church, it's fine. You can be going to work. You could be going to a work dinner. It's fine. It's going to work for everything. 4 in hand, Eldridge, half Windsor. That's it. And a bonus. If all of that fails, if you can't figure out how to do any of it, then I actually have the knot that you can do in a second. Zipper tie. Looks like the knot is a half Windsor. That might tell you something. I just feel dirty wearing this tie. Not really. I don't really care.